Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're talking about the NFL trade deadline. So before we continue today's video, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. What do you guys think of the transactions that happened today? I thought it was a rather fun one. I think obviously the commies getting rid of two very, high profile Chase Young and Montez Sweats. So let's get right into today's video. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section, guys. But besides that, we're on the way to 20,000 subscribers, and your support means the world, as you know, I'm in graduate school. But besides that, let's get right into it and talk about it, as we're going to start with I guess you would say the first trade that we're going to do is the Chase Young one. So let's get right into it. So Chase Young being traded for I guess seemingly just a middle round pick was crazy. So the commies ship out Chase Young and defensive young Montez Sweat. And obviously they wanted future draft picks over re-signing the former first round pick duo. And obviously the 49ers get themselves Chase Young, who the most quarterback pressures so far this season are Josh Allen with 48, Micah Parsons with 46, Josh Sweat with 44, Nick Bosa with 41, and drum roll please, with 40, Chase Young. Now, the Niners needed this. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Now, defenses can't double team Bosa. They have to account for Chase Young. It's all about Chase Young staying healthy, because Young has 5 sacks in 7 games this season. He looks reinvigorated after having 2 injury, plagued seasons. And hopefully getting these one-on-one pass rushing opportunities are allowed him to go out and do it. And obviously, similar to how they got Christian McCaffrey last year, the Niners go out, don't have to pay a hefty price, and they're able to get themselves a guy. And so awesome for them. Now, the commies, look, down here, they gave up Young for a pick that's going to be in the neighborhood of like 100. Okay, it's going to be like 90, pick 100. Okay, and yes, Young's missed 22 games from 2021 to 2022, and obviously there's new ownership, a new regime. You got 5 picks in the first 3 rounds of the 2024 draft. Okay, and the first rounder is currently at number 11 that they have. So they just wanted to get a new culture. Okay, that's my opinion. All right, Douglas. Now, look, I'm all for the Bills. Okay, I've always been a fan of the Bills and what they've been able to do right here. And I think they're trying to go pushing their chips to the middle of the table. And for me, I think that's the right thing that they need to do. And going out and getting themselves the corner from Douglas from the Packers, it's huge. Okay, it's huge. They needed to go out and get themselves a corner, especially with Tre'Davious White getting injured. And I think for them, getting RASUL Douglas is going to be huge, especially the fact that they didn't really have to give up much. Okay, Douglas in a 5th round pick from the Packers for a 3rd pick. Okay, 3rd round pick is all they gave up, and they got a 5th back. Look, Tre'Davious White was out for the season, and Elam hasn't really panned out. So Douglas is going to come in and play well. And obviously the Packers were just shedding salary. So with the Bills being win now right now, I think they're going to have to really, they're trying to go through the gauntlet of high-powered AFC offenses. And RASUL being a 29-year-old playmaker, 10 interceptions, 32 pass breakups in the last 3 seasons in a pass-heavy AFC. RASUL Douglas, who has a pro football grade of 75.2 this season, he ranks 21st in 129 cornerbacks with a minimum of 100 snaps played so far. So it's a great move for them. Again, for the Packers, they shed salary and they get draft day assets, and it makes a lot of sense to me. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. If you're a Packers fan or if you're a Bills fan, what do you guys think? I'm a Vikings fan, and I'm even confused by this one, guys. Like, I don't know what this is supposed to be, because I think, look, Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles. I'm a Vikings fan. He tore his Achilles. We go out and get Josh Dobbs, and I know he's a smart quarterback, but I think Jaren Hall should be able to look. Nick Mullins, great backup quarterback in the NFL. We gave up a 6th round pick for a conditional 7th rounder in Josh Dobbs. Personally, again, we have Jaren Hall, and I know he's a Mormon. He went on a mission trip. That's what I mean by that. There's nothing wrong with Mormons, or at least, from my experience. Maybe people have other. I'm just kidding. Either way, the whole thing is Jaron Hall is a little older. I think he's like 25. But let's see what the kid has to offer. We suck as a team. We're 4-4. We are in the playoff race. Are we championship contenders? No. So the fact that your quarterback blew out his Achilles, front office gonna give you guys a pass now on the season. So why get Josh Dobbs? Really, if you didn't want to see Jaron Hall play, you had Nick Mullins. Okay, see what those guys had to offer. I don't get the thing. Okay, I personally that. And with the Jonathan Yennon saying that Clayton Tune's gonna start, it made sense that they moved on. But the Cardinals had acquired Dobbs, less than 3 weeks from the start of the season, and he played well, completing 63 of his passes, threw for almost 1,600 yards, had 8 touchdowns to 5 picks while running on 47 carries, 258 yards, and 3 rushing TDs. And obviously, the Vikings, gave up very little to get him, but I honestly think it was just a redundant move, in my opinion, especially that we suck. And obviously, the last one, MONTEZ Sweat. Look, Sweat is one of the 7 players in the league with at least 5 sacks in each of the past 5 seasons, joining Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Khalil Mack, Max Crosby, Brian Burns, and Chris Jones, according to Kevin Fishbane. And the move here is for the Bears. They sent a 2nd-round pick for MONTEZ Sweat, and he was entering the final year. They didn't want to pay him. Same thing with there, but the Bears are chipping away at a massive rebuild, gaining a guy who was a 1st-round pick in 2019, and he's at 35.5 career sacks. He has 6.5 this year. He's 27 years old. They're going to probably resign him long terms. And that pick was an early 2nd-round pick. With an early 2nd-round pick, what are the chances you're going to get a premier defensive lineman who's basically a Pro Bowler and just borderline? And they now, it makes sense because they already paid Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne, so they didn't want to pay Sweat. Okay, and they spent 4 first-round picks there, so it made sense for the Bears to go out, and you got Tremaine Edmonds, Jalen Johnson, Yannick Ngakoue, and MONTEZ Sweat. So Sweat, it's hard to say Sweat without the S. So it's great because obviously last year they wasted the deadline, the pick on Chase Claypool, but I think they did a good job of making it up for here. So with that being said, I mean, it was an interesting trade deadline. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts. I also shout out Donovan People-Jones as one of the last trades. Or I guess we should put that one right here, Donovan People-Jones, as I didn't have a picture queued up. That was a good trade by the Lions. They get to, I mean, I feel like they've got a bunch of receivers. They just get more, okay? So shout out the Lions right there for getting themselves another weapon. Like, holy crap, the rich keep getting richer, and they barely gave up anything for that. So good trade for that. And the Browns, I just feel like kind of it's a weird year for them. So, and he wasn't really being used. I don't know. So that's it. If you guys made it to the end, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm gonna peace out. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Love y'all.